Look, it's hard for me to get mad at an action movie where Mark Wahlberg is about to have a shootout while holding onto his cat, Mr. Whiskers. But as for the movie as a whole, it's just kinda, eh. It needed an extra bump from Fuzz Aldrin from Moonfall, then it would have been okay. The Uncharted movie has Nathan Drake and Sully searching the world for the script to Fool's Gold and Sahara, and about a dozen other movies, complete with the Grail Diary that's extra convenient because they have post-it notes in it to explain the clues more. The movie didn't exactly start out on my good side since it opens with a thing I hate. You know this scene from the trailer? Yeah, that's the opening scene. You get to see that play out for a little bit until it cuts to the 15 years earlier. It happens for no other reason than it's a damn studio note because you don't want to fall asleep in the first 5 seconds. Also, I preferred the similar sequence in The Living Daylights, and at least that movie didn't open like this.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
And I won't go so far as to say that the ending is in the trailer, but the mid-credit scene is. As far as the casting goes, it's pretty much what I thought it would be. There is never ever a point where I felt like Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg were the characters they're playing from the game. They aren't cast because they're popular and they fit the roles. No, they're just cast because they're popular and that's it. But in the bartending scenes, Tom Holland actually would be perfect for a remake of Cocktail. And when he was sticking to a car that was falling from the air, I just assumed he was Spider-Man again for like that one shot of the movie. But if I'm distancing myself from that, and just thinking in terms of a casual viewer going in having no knowledge of the games, the acting is fine. They are very good in the action sequences, some of them have funny bits of physical comedy, and in these bartending fight scenes, he is cool. The chemistry they have, though, is kind of odd. It's not that it's bad, but it feels like they're both playing the same character, and the twist is going to be that Wahlberg is Holland's future self, who has come back in time to help his younger version steal gold. Antonio Banderas is good, but it's in a villain role that I feel like I've seen him play about a half a dozen times now. I liked Tati Gabrielle. I thought she was fun and rather intimidating in it, and there is kind of a surprise that happens about halfway through. I just wish I was more invested in the plot. The action scenes are competent, but a majority just remind you of better movies. Like, oh, remember the Venice scene from Last Crusade? There's something kinda similar here, only if in Indiana Jones part of it took place in a Papa John's. But then when it gets to the third act, it does come alive a little bit. There's a big action set piece involving pirate ships, and it's kinda cool. You get to see this pirate ship battle where they're shooting cannons and swinging from ship to ship. But it's in the air because the ships are hanging from helicopters. It's not a bad movie, it just is what it is. It sort of plays along like every treasure hunting movie you've seen, without being particularly memorable, and pretty much just staying derivative. It just always settled into being mediocre, and in the category of it exists. The movie's a C. It's perfectly serviceable as a rental. I appreciate that it's a little under 2 hours, as it seems like the kind of thing that would have been 2 hours and 20 minutes just for the hell of it. But not only would you be better off with the movies that it's referencing, right down to Holland saying, "Nuns, why did it have to be nuns?" But also the games are way better adventure movies than this. Just stick with those. Thanks for watching, everyone. Stay tuned because we'll have reviews coming up for Dog, The New Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and Shut In. We'll see you next time.